coming into this as
Yeah.
a villain, right? We've seen
I don't know.
clips.
Heroes and villains really depends.
Perspective.
Everyone has different views, you know. Everyone has different views. Some people might say All Might is wrong. But that being said, Huns will be the first pick here, already batting out the Phovius as well as the Marcel. So Bankai might want to try to get the Arlet for himself. And now, Alpha7, don't change it up. Akai, Boxia banned out. Now the question is whether Alpha7 want to ban out the Atlas or the Fredrin.
Whoa, they even banned out the Juicin.
But the Hirara though, is it like something they're willing to let go of since it's a best of 3?
I think A7 are willing to up. Never mind.
Okay.
They banned it out.
Okay.
But there are a few options here still available. Freya is one of them, and Freya gets picked up. So now Alpha7, usually by this pick, we'll see a Yi Sun Shin, and then they might commit to it. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like Atlas, Yi Sun Shin is kind of their thing. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
I think it'll be very, very good for the Huns to take the Yi Sun Shin away from A7. They go for the Harith here, together with what? That's the question. Arlet pickup for Nats. No Phobius. Makes a lot of sense, but the Huns...
They can take away the Fredrin, no?
I think the idea is you take away the Yi Sun Shin over taking away the Fredrin from Alpha7.
Because I feel like, just make sure he doesn't have an activator. They already pick up the Atlas. So I feel like either pick up your jungler or mid, and then you should be safe.
Yeah.
In terms of the gold lane, there's still the Moskov, the carry, the quad. So there is a few.
Yeah, and the fact that they switched it up a bit, because it's not like they revealed to us how they're saving for another Yi Sun Shin Ruby draft. They immediately picked up the Harith, so...
Maybe they'll just pick up the Eve.
Yeah.
No?
That could be it too. Yeah, they could pick up the Eve. They already have crazy CC with the Atlas and the Freya. I can just bypass that
And
box.
Something about this draft makes me feel like best player wants to go for the Fredrin again. They pick up the
Whoa.
Valentina. Probably want to set up using the Final Slash as well.
Yeah, I think it's also a good deny, because if A7 get their hands on the Valentina, they get a free Fatal Lynx to play with.
Yep.
So this should just be the Yi Sun Shin, or do they want to just go Fredrin?
Like, if it's usually not paired with the Ruby, then... Yesterday's Fredrin game from BP1 seemed really good as well.
Really good.
And it's a Fredrin Arlot.
But there's a
that you're
lot of
putting
CC.
together.
They could just walk up to you, right? This time around, you
Yeah.
could just get picked up by the Atlas. They're thinking about it. That's why they're taking a long... Oh,
wow.
Whoa, the Kimmy.
This is very interesting, and I feel like they can do this, again, because of the conditioning of the global ban. They're not showing the jungler just yet, because right now the Huns might be thinking, this is 100% going to be a Fredrin. But
Yeah.
who knows? They might have something else. They might have something cooking in the background.
But with a Kimmy Harith already in your lineup, though, it seems very fitting to just go for another
Utility.
layer of utility
Yeah.
to help out on the Arlot.
Yeah, the question is what? We already saw Barats yesterday. I don't know if Best Player 1 wants to use a Barats. Other than that, there might be the Balman. We are assuming that the Fredrin will get banned, right? So
Yeah.
And the
there's-
Mathilda's still open, but are they really the type to go for Barrett's Mathilda?
Hey, Shark
yeah.
was pretty good
Yeah,
on
Shark
the
is very good on
Mathilda,
Mathilda,
so the Huns are banning out the Belleric. They might not... Oh, Yuzong gets banned out. So A7 are still thinking...
Whoa.
Yeah,
maybe
see?
Institution, yeah.
I like that. I like that, because there's no way they go for Yi Sun Shin when they already have a Kimmy and a Harith, right? They need a bit more tanky members on the team. So it really seems like right now they're baiting the Fredrin ban so that they could go for something crazy.
Yep.
Barat's Mathilda, perhaps.
Okay,
there you go. Fredrin banned out. Barat's Mathilda could be the choice for A7. Now, which one do you go for first? I think you go Barat's just because the Atlas is already there, right?
Yeah. Though that already pretty much reveals what you want. It's not like
okay.
the Huns will get that Mathilda anyway.
Go for it, bro.
It's interesting.
Go for it, Sir Rose.
I feel like they might want a front line because the Arlet probably wants to
whoa.
wait. They go for the Suyo.
Holy moly.
So
Hey.
whoever the roamer is going to be has to be like super tanky. And now the Paquito as well as the Gwyn. I got to say, this is a very unconventional double fighter lineup. Like, this is one of those drafts at 16 to 18 minutes. You just can't figure out how to end the game without a clean team fight.
Dude, this is greedy.
Yeah.
Very greedy.
You gotta win on the fights. If not, maybe
Your
you
pushing
get to
power
push
is
very
not the
late.
best.
Yeah.
Your pushing power is not the best. And here's the thing, your clearing power is not the best as well. So if you start losing, they can just siege you like crazy with this Kimi.
And the good for Valentina, man, a lot of threat. They go for a tanky boy.
Wow.
But is it enough? That's the only frontliner you got.
It's actually scary because the Valentina can take away the Glorious pathway
why.
and actually engage onto Alpha7. I gotta say, Mirko and Brigida, both teams are starting game 1. And again, this is elimination. Very, very risky here. I'm interested to see whether the Huns, with this kind of draft, can actually close the game out at all. And for Alpha7, I want to see if they get punished with this overloaded of damage. So good luck to the both of you for the Huns going up against Alpha7.
Here we go. And they did live up to their identities, at least in terms of what was established in the wildcard stage. The Huns, their junglers, still being very meta, but on the other hand, if you take a look at A7, even their sequence will take you by surprise just because of how deep their hero pool is. So I think drafting against them really is a challenge in the best of 3, but we're heading into game number 1. That was an SOD you saw right there as we officially begin the first series of the day. So taking a quick look, this is... Yup, 3 fighters in the lineup of the Huns. It's all team fights that they're waiting for.
Yeah, Huns want all the smoke. That's it, man. Hey, technically, what?
Who is it? Is it Chun-Li?
Is it Chun-Li? Did still meta go for the Chun-Li skin? It's not.
It's
it doesn't look
not.
like... Bro, you had one job, still meta.
What about Paquito?
I guess he's more of a KOF guy.
Oh, Paquito went for the Ryu skin.
Okay, so they're both KOF, bro. Terry Bogard, no Ryu. No Ryu love or no Chun-Li love. Okay. Pull yourself together, weapon mastery. Yeah. There's a curse going on with the Mongolian teams, at least just for the Mongols with the Paquito.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just different when you have Bankai on your team.
Yeah, never know. That's why I think even the micro that we're looking at in the EXP lane is very interesting right now. But we're looking at emblems.
Yeah, Shark revitalized there.
Oh, hold on.
Like a mistap? Or, yeah.
There wasn't much happening just yet.
Nope.
Okay, so at least he's on pull yourself together.
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
He will get it back.
You'll get it back. No worries. BP doing a good job clearing against the Guinevere. We'll probably get this gold crab. Still meta, though. Around spatial migration. It's still BP who gets it. Still meta with the walk-up.
They're going to meet in this next objective coming very, very soon. But the poke that's coming from both mid duos, it's no joke. Like the mid control has been back and forth between them. Let's see whoever gets to find a great initiation, but it's being very careful for now since this first hurdle is going to be a massive deal breaker. Both XP laners too.
Yep.
Being part of this is something we have to watch out for.
Oh, Bankai's got tempo, and that's his level 4, but I think A7... Wait a minute, they're just gonna go for it. Perfect match coming down. Shark now with Revitalize. Oh, bursted out completely. The glorious pathway, as LaFell mentioned, stolen by Kenny, laid the carpet down, and that's the free neutral objective. The first one of the game to still meta.
To be fair, he got his Revitalize back just in time, but that was a lot of damage coming in from the Huns. This is what you probably would expect from a fighter lineup. They would just keep going for those engages without holding back because they're very much capable of, especially in this point of the game.
And it's like, oh, wait a second. Really good move by Nats.
Oh,
great Vengeance to get out of the knockout strike. Now they're going to go all in. BP looking for the play. Vengeance coming down again to Queller. And it's a kill. A7 on the board. Still meta. Is he going to go for the spatial migration? Nats is right there. No, he won't. He'll play it safe for now.
Yeah, it'll just show up. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Forced.
Respect.
That was just... keep patience. Just standing there waiting for that flicker. Oh, you?
Oh, Soul Sever as well. Perfect match getting him out. And that's about it. Kenny, again with the glorious pathway steal.
Yeah, I think, like, even looking just at Kenny and his choice of mage, a jump at Shark, forcing out the Revitalize again.
Yo, that's a mistake there. Still mid up, taking very low. They're laser beams. What?
Still went back.
That was an awful decision to just jump on the high-lows and commit.
Yeah, I had the stacks for the Violet Requiem, but it was just Kenny there, who I think already used his combo, so there wasn't much reliable damage to use to go for the fight.
Wait, Fatal Lace onto Shark, brings him under turret, so it's a kill back. Yuki on the board on the Freya.
Okay. Somehow, I think both sides, there have been some exchanges that we don't really fully understand just yet. Okay, but once again, we are looking at an upcoming objective. And at least the lead hasn't grown significantly just yet for either of these two teams. But I guess for the Huns, we are yet to see how they're really able to pull off this combo, like the hero synergies that we expect from this multiple fighter lineup, because it's mostly just really gonna be OU and still meta finding these setups, looking for the targets, but then A7 on the other hand, how Shark has been constantly pressured and poked is not becoming a good sign for them, because he has almost always been unable to just really serve his purpose so far whenever the team fights start.
Bankai doing a good job holding it. Kenny poking Shark. Yuki is already joined as well. But faster, good blade surge to get away from the perfect match. Shark pops in. The glorious pathway, that's the final slash over. They're gonna go for the damage onto OU. Nats coming in with vengeance, gets caught in fatal links, but Coral takes him down. Still meta, gets a massive spatial migration of the Violet Requiem, and it lands on BP. Zia doing a lot, but it's not enough to take these tanky fighters down.
They didn't necessarily go for the commit on Shark. Did go down anyway, but it was A7 who got things first, but it was just buying time, Nats!
Final slash.
Okay.
Gets him out. Flicker burnt from Bankai though, and Yuki. This will be a turret for the Huns.
Yep. The way that the Huns are just deceivingly going in, but just waiting for the moment for still meta and the other members to go in is, I guess, catching A7 by surprise, really. At that moment, it felt like it could have been a really good timing for A7 to just commit, but with OU down, and the other members of the Huns actually still prepared, still meta jumping. Again, it hasn't been a good time for Shark.
Yeah. He's the only frontliner, and it's very visible that it is. Oh, spatial migration onto Shark. Violet Requiem as well. Now, again, a questionable decision. Cold World able to get past there. Nat's gonna go in, but oh, Frozen taken very low. He's able to get the vengeance. Still meta. Gets a spatial migration. Now it's an all-out fight as Yuki is able to dive in through Cold World and Nats. A big double for Yuki, and the Huns are looking good in game one.
It's just really fights. The Huns just really want fights. It's a very systematic front to back that you're seeing from them, but it's working in the end. Even though it's not an immediate pickoff, no reliable source of burst damage just to go for that whenever they want, and it's always Shark that they spot out first. It's as if it doesn't matter. They can still layer their skills. Just looking at this instant replay too, the final slash, the jumps, the Valkyrie descent, and everything just following up to go for that all-in team fight. A7, they're not able to go with that, or at least go toe-to-toe when it comes to the extended team fights.
It's just A7 cannot brawl against the Huns like that. You can't just go brute force. They're gonna go for the combo onto OU. That's a lot of damage, and it's actually enough to take him down. But it's with 5 ultimates, which basically guarantees the Huns a neutral objective. The final turtle of the game gonna go to still meta, even without the red tree. Yuki gonna pick up a turret as well. Down below, that's a tier 2, all for a kill on the roamer OU.
Third turtle of the game. Right now, it's just really as if we're waiting for A7 to go online. We're waiting for Zia and Cold World to go online, but still meta.
Goes in, trying to get the passive spatial migration. Purify out already. Good to Force now as they go for the disengage, but Shark, I think, will most likely. Oh, great final slash! Oh, Bankai just cannot take the damage! They're starting to hurt. Good flicker route by Nats. Still meta couldn't get it. Traction pulls it in land. Nats goes over to vengeance. Is able to go for the stun on still meta. Now it's the whole team going in. Nats trying to get the last hit on him. But the Frozen comes around. Coral picks up the kill and only now gets the Sky Piercer. Signs of life from A7.
Okay. The Huns pushed forward a bit too much in that scenario. With the presence of Nats and them just being close to their tier 2 turret, I think they were really able to take advantage of that, taking pickoffs one by one against the overextending members of the Huns. Because as much as it seemed like still meta was able to go around them, find the backline angle, they were still trying to chase from behind, and now A7 have at least minimized the threat even just to a little bit, because looking at the items right now, I think we're waiting for a bit more damage to come in. There's a lot of catching up that Zia has to do. It's just Cold World who's somehow at par when it comes to Kenny in terms of gold, and with the Sky Piercer present here too, that might change the course of the team fights coming later, even just a bit slightly.
And now it's up to the Huns to identify the problem. It really seems like A7 now understand what they need to do in these team fights, right? They can't commit all in right as they see the Huns, because they're just going to lose out. Huns are too sustainable. They're too tanky. They do so much damage, prolonged damage. So what A7 need to do is they got to kite away and utilize those big resources once the Huns has overstepped.
Yep. That is going to be the game plan. Extended teamfights are not really going to be the way to go. As much as they have the Kimi, I think it's going to really mostly rely on the kiting capabilities for now, just so they can take advantage of the situation.
This looks
because
free.
even right now, A7 are looking to just let go of this lore. They can't really find the angle to contest just yet, not even for Best Player 1, even though he's surprisingly a level ahead of still meta in this game.
That's one good thing about the Suyo. Even after those nerfs, man, your farming speed, the pathing that you have, the mobility with your technically double flickers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. BP still a level ahead despite the Lord take from the Huns. And this will continue. What did the items look like? That BP? No, BP did not get a Sky Piercer, right? It was Cold World.
It was Cold World.
Okay.
It was Cold World who has it for the team. Zia too, I think, waiting for that Holy Crystal to come in. Only has the Feather, if I'm not mistaken, and one other item. But this is a Lord that they will have to defend, though. And they will have a lot more reliable wave clear if you compared to looking at the Huns. It's just that. But let's just see, because the Huns also have all their battle spells intact if ever they do want to go for a surprise attempt to at least take a pick off against A7. It's not 12 minutes just yet, so they still have Holy Shields too.
They're doing a good job keeping it at bay. Doesn't even give the charge over. Holy Shield in mid lane procced already. It will ultimately charge down below, but A7 have done a good job defending. The Huns cannot crack a single base turret. At least not now. Stolen, glorious pathway responded by... Oh! That's the final slash, landing on still meta. Yuki now with Valkyrie descent backwards. Zia already uses Demand Force, now jumping in. A bit more damage. Yuki stunned up. BP going for the Soul Sever. Cutting them down. Up top, it's still meta trying to get a turret. But the cannon mini is just too low. It'll just be Zia to clear it out, and A7 have defended.
Could have been different, but since still meta was targeted at that moment, I feel that Huns needed to recalibrate their decisions and whether or not they wanted to still go for a fight in the base turret of A7. So now we're taking a look. Yep, I think we need a few more before Zia finally gets that Holy Crystal, but the Chastise also gets picked up by Shark just now. Cold World also doesn't have stacks just yet. He got that Sky Piercer when he was already 2 kills. So I think A7 are just really waiting for the moments, prolonging this fight as much as they can. It's also not like we can expect anyone to really go out of map and manage the waves that are far away, because it's really relying on their teamfight capabilities too as 5 in order for them to get the most out of the potential teamfights later on against the Huns.
Yeah, out of all these heroes, the guy that you would want to send over to the side lane will be BP.
Yep.
And I don't think you want to send him over to the side lane when the Huns are the ones holding the Lord. So A7, you're going to send 5 up top to try to get Prio over this lane. Now, this could be really good. It could be really bad. OU spots him. Goes on Shark. Already perfect match. Glorious pathway now with the Fatal Links as well. And Kenny zones him in the back line, but it's going to be A7 to try to go for it. Still meta. Spatial Migration with Vile Requiem landing on BP1 as Zia pops his Demand Force, and BP's just so low. Yuki! Monster kill on their turret gets Zia as well. It's another cut down on Cold World. And A7 bit a bit too much, and they could chew the Huns. Sieging this base turret down.
They don't have a minion just yet. Oh, Shark's going to fly in clouds his way to the wave. But is that going to be enough? There are 2 waves!
He's trying his best to try to keep this game alive, but it won't come through. A valiant attempt from A7, but the Huns are just better in game 1.
Clean decision-making that you see from the Huns. They were able to adapt to whatever A7 wanted to switch up in the latter portions of the game, and they secure the first game in this best of 3. How unfortunate is it that Zia did get his Holy Crystal, but right after he died up top?
Honestly, looking at that game, good game coming in from both teams, but I feel like the most that we can talk about really is in regards to the draft. And honestly, looking at the items as well, we can see one of the reasons that this game is slightly bit more difficult is the fact that the gold lead is mostly on Yuki, right? We're looking at the gold difference. It's almost a 3,000 gold difference between both gold laners, and it really does make it so that the damage is really just not there. props to the Huns because this is not an easy draft to pull off. It's easy in concept, you just fight. But if you don't know how to maximize your advantages, then it will make it so that you reach a point of the game where your draft just don't work anymore. But they don't let that happen. By 13 minutes, they were able to end the game.
Yeah, fantastic job. There's only one moment that the Huns looked a bit shaky, and it was that topside play. It was mainly just an outplay from Nats getting a big final slash, but I agree. As a Suyo player myself, this doesn't really look like a Suyo game. It felt so forced.
And the way that A7 wanted to play their lineup, I guess it really had to follow a certain sequence. But since there's such low downtime for the Huns and their lineup, it doesn't matter to them. Like, they don't allow them to just go for that specific sequence that works for them. There's no glorious pathway, final slash combo, follow-up damage just coming in from BP1 or Cold World. It's just always the Huns finding these off timings to go up against A7.
Considering this is the battle to get to the main stage, we'll be criticizing the teams based on main stage, I would say standards, right? Because looking at the draft coming in from Alpha7, the thing that I don't like is there's not much synergy between the team. Number one is that there's two heroes that wants to use the Sky Piercer, and then you have to choose one, and it's Cold War. It didn't work out. Number two, Nats on this Arlet, you want a lot of activators so that the Vengeance can keep on going non-stop. There are some stunts, but it's not easy to apply. Looking at the Huns, not really all that synergistic as well, but the fact that they pick up the Valentina and then Alpha7 finishing up with the high loss, one of the strengths of the high loss is that you can extend your advantage to unfair territories, right? That glorious pathway makes it so that you're fast, but your opponents are slow. And in a double fighter composition, that's amazing. And you don't even have to waste a roam slot for it. You can just have your mid laner do it.
Yeah, OU got so many cool entrances with the glorious pathway and then that final cut as well. It slowed everybody down, really isolated Shark from the rest of the team. And guess what happened? They ignored Shark at the end. They were like, we go on Shark, and they're like, wait a second, there's a glorious pathway by Kenny set right to the back line. Let's do that instead.
Yeah, I felt like even that could have been one of the ways for A7 to just extend or keep themselves safe even. But with the amount of chase, like a Paquito and Freya being on the other side, plus a Guinevere who always tries to go from the back, it's been too difficult for them to find their footing in that game.
Again, I'll die to say I'm more afraid of Freya. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, the Huns is 1-0. This is just a best of 3. One more win for the Huns. Alpha7 gets knocked out. We'll go to a break. I will see you guys right after this.
How are you, Trex?
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
The current score is 1-0 in favor of the Huns. Both teams had a very risky draft. My name is Fel. This is Mirko as well as Brigida. Let's talk about that draft instantly here, and let's talk about the changes they want to see moving forward. Because for the Huns, that would have been a bad draft if it went all the way to the late game. For Alpha7, we've seen different strengths coming in from them. Is there a reason why they wanted to show something new today?
I think they're afraid of the Huns reading them out completely, but instead the Huns just played their own game.
Yeah.
They didn't ban the Yi Sun-shin, they didn't try to take the Yi Sun-shin away in the first phase. Instead, they just focused on their own prio picks. Meanwhile, it really seemed like A7 wanted to do the opposite. They wanted to just take all of the comfort away from the Huns.
Did they overthink it?
I think they did.
I don't know, because I feel like it was so obvious that they were already setting up for a utility jungler when we were looking at the draft already, but maybe they just wanted to be a bit more unexpected or unorthodox, but at the same time, it wasn't as rewarding for them as much as the Roger pick, as much as the Kaja pick, because as mentioned by Lafell, the hero synergies were just really not working out for them.
And can I just say this? We saw Nats on a non-hero, a Uranus yesterday. We saw the outcome. Now we see Shark on a Hylos, and it's like, yes, Hylos can work. JP, shoutouts, but Shark needs a playmaking pick, just like Nats. You need these two to be together, making plays around the map and changing the game with their skills.
Here's the thing. I feel like the Hylos can work if they got a Fredrin.
Yeah.
If they had another layer of a tank. Yeah.
Glorious Pathway, Fredrin charges forward, taunts as many people as he can, and then Arlia goes in. There's layers to it. But then as a Suyo, you can see the idea that you open up the Glorious Pathway and then the Suyo dives to the back line. But that kind of is hoping that your early game is so good,
Yeah.
you get an early Sky Piercer, and then the game just ends by 14 minutes.
Against a Paquito, a Freya,
Yeah, that's
even
hard.
a Valentina,
That's
none of them were
That's cool.
vulnerable. Yeah, like Suyo is great. I love Suyo. But not against those picks, man.
Yeah.
so in this game, personally for me, I feel like Alpha7 has to stick to what works, right?
Yeah.
Yi
I agree.
has worked, Roger has worked, the Fredrin has worked. For all the games that they have played, they prioritized in the first 3 picks, best player 1-0. This time they tried to delay, and I don't know what happened.
Or just pick up the Atlas. The Freya was picked up. You let the Atlas go. You basically give it over to Oyu, and we know Oyu is one of the clutch boys over on the Huns. He was the guy to make that comeback happen against Nightmare.
CB, Ben, Clutch Boys.
Yeah, against Bon James. Remember, that was a
Bon
7-0 Bon James game.
Yeah, the BJ. Wait. Anyways, going for this game, the Huns, very risky. They made it work. Alpha7, they didn't make it work. So now, you got to get down to business.
Okay.
You got to work.
Yeah. Good. They're taking blue side this game, you think? Like, you think A7 is taking blue side this time? Because earlier they were on red.
I think so.
But yesterday, Sunset Ravens had blue side twice, which is why I'm thinking if it's... Oh, let's see. We'll see. We'll see right now because we are about to take a look at the draft. And if ever it does happen that way, because they earlier prioritized the Harith and the Arlot, right? Like
the
even
Harith
when-
and Arlet really feels like takeaways, right? It really feels like we just wanted to deny you. I mean, like, they can use those heroes too, sure.
That's the thing.
But let me also discuss this while we're waiting for the draft. I've seen quite a few players, and they make it work very well.
Yeah.
Instead of going for the Feather of Heaven, they just go for the Swift Crossbow for that attack speed, and then, attack increasing the attack speed, and then the rest just go for full magic damage.
I agree with you, and I think a major takeaway from that game and the game plan that just didn't work out from A7 is the fact that the Huns aren't like any of the other teams in groups that have just one identity. They're so good at playing everything. So that makes them scary. That's why you just gotta play your own game. Don't focus on what the Huns can pick. Focus on what you can get for yourself.
So kind of hoping like rock, paper, scissors, we both pick rock, but my rock is harder?
They gotta be tranquil as a forest.
Tranquil as a forest, got it.
Oh. Wait.
After you get down to business, got it. You got to take down the Huns.
Like a coursing...
So
river.
Rose gotta make a man out of them.
This is where boys become men.
I wonder what sides.
I wonder what I would say for MWI. Where
know.
girls become women.
I guess.
Yeah. Where women become stronger women.
We have...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacked.
Jacked.
Speaking of, this is draft. Alpha7 is first pick here. The Huns is on the second one. And this time they're changing the bans a bit here. They're banning out the Baxia, Hirara, as well as the Freya. Now for the Huns, banning out the Zushin as well as the Marcel. So this time, Alpha7, they are letting go of the Akai. And the Yi Sun-shin gets banned out. So this should be an Atlas first pick if history serves as well.
Okay. So, let's see. What is it going to be, A7? A lot of big picks here open. The Atlas, yes, a few times I think it was prioritized as well for A7. You know what?
Yep.
There you go, first pick for Atlas. But A7, I want to see Nats on a winning matchup. Just secure a winning matchup for him, dude. Wait for the pick for Bankai.
Fovius is open, by the way.
That's true, but the Valentina gets picked up, and this is a big pick. Another big ult, the Fatal Links taken by the Valentina. That could spell trouble for A7.
Yeah, with the presence of this, you really want to consider the Akai anymore, even if it's still open. But at the same time, the EXP lane matchup, the Fovius and the Arlot being there, but also the Alice. So like, who do you really prioritize first? And the Paquitos. So
I really feel like they gotta wait for Red 4, Blue 4, 5 to actually pick up that EXP, because all of those picks are great, but they're not without their counters.
Yeah, so it seems like they're really thinking about what they're picking for.
Claude.
I like that. I really like that, man.
Are they trying to force Alpha7 to pick up something like a carry?
I think it's also kind of like, if you go Yves, you're kind of cooked.
True.
Yeah.
They're just taking counters that are kind of good even in blind picks.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that Claude isn't prioritized as much. You know, I've been playing Claude a lot recently.
Really? Couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fredrin.
So,
Okay.
there you go. That's gonna be a Fredrin without the Claude. I wonder what will be the option for the. Oh wait.
I mean, they can go for a mid right now. They go for the E.
Yeah, risky choice, but
I think in their head, let's just win the laning phase so hard it don't matter.
Wow.
Yeah, but you're giving away another big ult, LaFell. I think right now, A7 are thinking we're gonna overwhelm the Valentina, right? Because if we just give him one good ult, it'll play exactly as game 1 played out.
And honestly, with this Belleric, I really feel like the Valentina can't make a bad choice, right? You don't really need the Fatal Links. Even just taking the RWM, making it so that if the Belleric gets a good you just close it in.
You can pull a Prince and take the energy eruption.
Yeah.
I agree.
Double dash into that taunt, bruh.
Yeah, because you also not see what the EXP lane matchup is. Glad we're seeing it saved for second phase, because again, we mentioned that there are just so many heroes you still have to take out. But the Arlot is the priority ban.
Yeah, just respect. The Huns know that there's going to be a combo there, and A7 have made a lot of big plays with Nats on an Arlot together with a Fredrin. Makes a lot of sense, but the thing is, I think the Huns have caught on, bro. I think they know that A7 want a good matchup for Nats, so they will last pick Bankai just to secure that winning matchup for the Huns.
I feel like right now they want it so that Alpha7 picks up the Alice, you know? Force them to use the Squid Game draft.
Yeah.
Right? They got a square, they got a triangle, they got a circle.
Oh, they get the
that's a circle. That's a circle.
Oh, they just take away.
What is even a winning matchup against this?
It's more like surviving. The last time we saw this, it was the Uranus. And Uranus is annoying if you're using a damaged jungler, which I guess the Huns can still go for.
If you want to secure neutral objectives, I think you go Yuzong, man, straight up. Just try to snowball out of there, get a... There you go. And what gold lane?
Carry, probably, yeah.
Because at this point, I feel like you do need a bit more damage coming in from Nats if it's really best player 1 on the Fredrin. And it's not like you can just go for the easy targets. It's a Valentina and the Claude on the side of the Huns. So either way, technically, it's just zoning that matters.
This is a Lancelot game, I would say. But, you know, it's not really that meta. Even though I thought still meta would make a statement, it's just Suyo.
Yeah, overall, I feel like this is a safer draft coming in from both teams, and I feel like Alpha7, this is the kind of draft that you draft with confidence. These are very strong picks. We'll see if they make it work. So right now, Brigida as well as Mirko. The stakes right now, Alpha7 loses, they're knocked out, and then the Huns will be playing in the grand finals later on. But if Alpha7 wins, we'll extend this to Game 3. So good luck to the both of you.
Thank you for reminding everyone of what's at stake, especially for A7 heading into this game. Match point already for the Huns. And at least we've seen some adjustments in terms of the draft, specifically for A7. Is this a game where hopefully they really get to play their game? Because the Huns so far, I would say momentum is really on their side. They've just been doing what they've been doing. And A7 doesn't want, or we shouldn't, or we don't want to see them just keep on reacting to that. Game number 2, and this is comfort all across the board if you look at A7.
It is comfort. I think except for BP in a way, right? Like, Yeah, we've seen him do well, but I think Comfort is still one of those damage-dealing junglers. Everybody else, I agree, though. And for the Huns, this comp is... Oh, my God. OU with a steal!
Hey.
Early on against BP. Oh, you hate to see it.
No.
He's still level 1. The Suyo now is so good because he's just going to walk up straight up. He knows there's no retribution. Oh, my God. They might just go for it. They might even go for a chunk on Cold World. And that's in itself is a win.
Was it OU on the Balearic who just kept stealing away buffs?
I think it was. Yeah, you're right.
It was OU on the Balearic, right? Who was constantly denying the opposing jungler of having a decent time in the jungle.
Dude, one of the main win conditions for them is they need to get this Fredrin level 4 for the first turtle. That's the whole point of the Yuzong as well. If they lose, if they don't even get level 4, Huns will take neutral objective 1 for free and snowball out of that.
Yeah, and we know how fast a Suyo actually is in terms of just leveling up. He's on the road to getting 4, but BP1 is just halfway through. This is A7 not getting the early game that they want.
This is, yeah, a very good plan, man. They just go for the gank up top. They make sure that Nats gets chunked before the neutral objective spawns, and still meta. The thing about the Suyo is you're activated at level 3. You don't even need level 4. So if necessary, burn out some of those battle spells, get those winning side lanes, and then get 4.
Whoa, BP1 still got level 4 first, though.
Yeah, I guess the Beetle gets him a lot. What else did he get? He didn't steal any camps.
Yeah, for some reason, they're still first. Oh, hey, there goes the Throne of Ruin.
Wait a second, that's good zoning. RWM as well, placed down. Still meta gonna be caught in the Petrify. Black Dragon from Nats takes him down. A big win with the dodge from BP earlier. Kenny with the RWM. Nats Furious dive again onto OU. If all else fails, just leave it to Cold World and Nats.
And Nats will always hunt down still meta. And in that objective, we saw how great of a game plan it was. A7 just bouncing back. Somehow, best player 1 finding that level 4 nonetheless, and A7 really setting up well for it. And even down bottom, if you take a look at what's been happening in the lane, Zia has always been pushing Yuki under the turret, and I think these are good signs nonetheless for A7, despite what we saw happen from OU in the beginning of the game. So they're starting to have a much better start right now, working as a unit, and this, I feel, is A7 already warming up. They've already reminded themselves of what had to be done after in game number 1. Oh, will they use or will they fight here?
Flicker Fatal Links. Kenny flickers out as well. But yeah, I really think that skirmish was kind of like Bankai pulling the trigger a bit too early, no? He used the Throne of Ruin instantly as he saw BP, and BP was like, wait, bro, I got dash.
Yeah, he was, and still meta was all alone. Left all alone, as much as OU and Kenny were there too. They were also somehow trying to help with Bankai. And again, it's Bankai. It's Bankai making majority of the calls. So it's a must that he be a bit more calculated when it comes to that, because the team really relies on him. And now more so that he's on an Alice who really is the one expected to start things off. It's not like it's a Flicker Balearic or whatnot. So it'll be mostly as a response to what A7 is going to do, but majority of the surprise engages are going to come from Bankai this time.
They're trying to go for the gank on Nats, but Nats is just too... Wait a second, still meta. Oh, he gets caught with the Petrify in the Furious side. Nats goes in 2v1! Nats likes those odds! Oh my God! No one can stop this man when he's on a playmaker. A7 just reap all the benefits of their XP lane dominance.
And now they take away the Huns and still meta's purple buff. If this keeps going, Suyo is not going to have a good record in this series. Whoever gets their hands on the Suyo will just not be able to farm nor find the plays that they want, as they also secure an objective. And Yuki, okay, he's got to get out of that.
Brother Nats.
That's his... You saw it. You saw it. Like, he's not hesitant to use the Petrify if it's still meta.
I think he's going to go for another 2v1.
Yeah, it's...
Don't go for it, still meta.
Do you?
Oh, Nats. Oh, Throne of Ruin. Hey, this is very forced, you know. Hey. Okay, they're going to go in, back and forth. Nats is trying to go. Dragon Tail away. He has the regen as well. No Petrify this time, but he goes in with the Furious Dive again. Oh! That's him with the damage. DOT as well. Oh, my goodness gracious! Nats is just better than you!
Hey, down bottom 2! Hey, there's a taunt! Yuki does not get out alive!
Shark with the Fatal Links, they're all just going down. Big morale boost, Kenny with the RWM. Zia trying to get the fadeaway, Cold World, flickers in Nats!
This Nats versus still a meta. One-on-one.
Holy shields.
Holy shields. It's been happening
Oh my
for
god.
how many times now in this game? Okay.
Yo, this guy's like, it's almost like he won MSC before.
Yeah, it's almost like he's a champion. You know
Oh
what?
god.
0-3 on still meta is just very unfortunate to look at. If you can't go for Yuki, if you can't go for Kenny, then it's just still meta.
Yeah, that's not, that might be A7 Nats, but he's using the RSG emote. You know it's the Raider in him that's just done that.
Yeah.
4-0 and 1 KDA, 8-0 A7 from a game one that looked like just a dominant Huns game.
Yup. I heard someone say that was very Raider of him. Just yesterday when he was also doing these same insane plays at the EXP lane, or specifically on the Alice even yesterday. Still meta just trying to go for trades, but Shark and Zia...
No Blade Surge, Fatal Links, not even necessary. Oh, the Dragon comes around. Oh, when Nats walks up, you gotta respect it here. Furious Dive, ready. Goes for it, no Petrify, baits out the Wrath of the Dryad. Now the RWM to catch him as well, and Shark finally uses the Fatal Links to bring them into the RWM. Good kill coming down though. Nats caught the blazing duet. Yuki's there, and it might be a shutdown. Nats gets away.
What?
He's got some kind of plot armor.
That taunt could have resulted into something.
That should have been a shutdown.
It should have been, because it's 4-0-1 for Nats right now, but even then, the amount of lead, the sustain that's currently in his hands, this Dragon is just unstoppable right now, and BP1-2 is not stopping with the pressure against still meta. They need so much more bodies around still meta this time. It's uncharacteristic to see, since you're much used to seeing the Suyo all alone and doing stuff. Oh no, Yuki doesn't have the BMI, but he's gonna be okay. At least Oyu's there.
Good patience on the Purify. He's got the composure at least. That's why we know him as one of the clutch factors for the Huns. But BP this time around, man, even when he's on the utility jungle, out-leveling the Suyo. Okay, that might be Nats. That might be, yeah, Suyo died twice, I think, to Nats. So
Oh, Nats again.
maybe
Look at
three,
him.
maybe three. Luckily, no Petri. It's on cooldown. If not, still meta might be 0-5-0 right now.
Ooh, tough. Okay, there's goes Shark. Okay. This is... Anywhere you look at, like, at this point, Nats might just be willing to go one-on-one against anyone against in the Huns lineup, and no one is yet to fall from A7 apart from Shark. I can only imagine the goal lead. Like, the amount of catching up that the Huns actually need to do up against A7, because they're already 5k ahead of this team, and they've been taking it step by step. Turrets are falling one by one, and there's not much that the Huns can actually do. It's more on like they're waiting. Oyu, there is a Wrath of Dryad. They can find some turnaround plays, but...
Still meta. Careful, bro. Yeah, he's feeling it, man.
Yeah. It's happened too many times in this game. So what is the plan now for the Huns? I don't see Oyu and Yuki anywhere nearby. They are probably not really going to go for the contest at all.
Yeah.
They're just letting go of this. There's just too much pressure from A7 right now.
They just got to trade. That's all they can do. They get a tier 1 up top, but this is going to be a tier 2 down below with the Lord as well. And Nats is sent to deal with the Claude up top. This is like... Yuzong's supposed to get you objectives. He's playing it like a Paquito right now, the way he's just handling these side lanes. Oh, Shark!
Huh?
Good Throne of Ruin. He's holding it down, though!
Whoa.
Beautifully done by Shark! Incredible calculation, just holding the Fatal Links through the Throne of Ruin.
And the carry's online, so all these frontline heroes you're expecting to tank the damage from the Huns will have a much difficult time now compared to if they were able to at least go toe-to-toe against A7 in the first few minutes of the game. These are just numerous waves constantly coming in. BP1!
Gets a two-man ton on Oyu and Kenny, forces him back. A big bonk, oh, to the tree. You can't help but think it's a bit personal after that steal level 1.
Yep. This is looking very... Like, at least for the last two Fredrin games we've seen from BP1, They're looking very comfortable right now. Oh, the real world too.
Yep.
So much zoning just for the turrets.
Shark and Flicker into it. Thunder Ruin catching 4 right now. Good take on Cold World as well. Now to the back line, though, just shredding everybody. 3-man Petrifurious die from that. And you can hear the screams of A7 in the back. That's another Dragon Tail. And a triple for Zia as Nats gets the everything at this point. 5-0-5. And a game win to equalize.
A wipeout to end game number 2. And now that we are in the last stage, the decider matches for the wild card, it just has to go to a game number 3. A7 have definitely adjusted after that game number 1.
Nats.
Nats.
I feel like Nats is gonna be the standout player here. And it's not just today. It's throughout the wild cards, man. With the Alice, even the Uranus that didn't do well, he was amazing. But here's also the thing. You already lost against the Yuzong. And then you're like, nah, we just do it again, but better.
Oh my
and
God.
then it just, at one point, even you're like, stop. They're already dead.
Dude.
Stop.
It started here, though. It started Turtle 1. Nats was already a beast.
Bro.
I mean, I would understand, though, if the Huns would just really want to make sure that they shut down this EXP laner. But it's not working, and it felt too desperate from them to just constantly go for the pickoffs against Nats.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, man. Like, we have no MVP graphic, but there's no doubt, right?
No doubt.
Like, no doubt who's the MVP for this one. So,
Nah, I don't know.
I feel like for this one, the Huns really has to start understanding you need to show respect where respect is due. You know, like, I understand trying to kill him, but at one point you're like, do we attack the strongest member of the team or we try to go for the weakest one? Speaking of, not a good day for the Suyo.
Nope.
Not just today, even yesterday, right? We saw the Mongols trying to force it out. Didn't work. I feel like for game number 3, best not risk it. But that's my personal opinion. Maybe if there's not enough crowd control, maybe there's no Harif, there's no big bursts of magic damage, then hey, maybe the Suyo can work. But in the current meta, there's not a lot of draft that is Suyoable.
No, it's just not the way the meta works right now, man.
And it's weird to think that even despite them denying the early level 2, it was still BP1 who got his level 4 first.
I was looking at the rotation. They were excited that OU stole that camp.
Okay.
And then what happened was, what was the jungle? Still meta tries to go for rotations to steal the other camps away, thus delaying his own farm. So it's kind of like he's just walking around while doing nothing.
I just want to say I'm kind of disappointed in some of the viewers, man. They didn't know what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to test your ball knowledge. Do you guys know ball? You know what I'm doing? You don't know? Yo, why do you not have ball knowledge? That's MSC 2022 Nats when he won.
Oh.
He brought the trophy and he was like,
Oh!
No, that could be a number.
No, I don't know what you were holding.
but Nats got MVP, bro.
Dude, how many things in the world where someone just did this?
But if you were holding a trophy, then it would have been easier.
Merko, let me give you one example. You know what I was thinking of?
Okay.
Aku BTR.
No, bro.
That's the same.
But Nats isn't Bigatron.
Yeah, but replace any team. That's the current meme
Y'all
right
don't
now.
know ball.
This
Y'all
is
don't know
2026. You're living in 2024? Shame on you.
2022. Nats is living 2022 as well with that
Shame
play.
on you. That's 4 years ago.
It's okay.
You weren't circumcised then.
What?
It may not be even now. I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
What?
Either ways, no Suyo?
No Suyo, no Suyo, no Suyo.
No Suyo. All right.
No Suyo.
Good draft coming in from Alpha7. If they just drafted like that in game number 1,
Yeah,
would have been all good. But
I
now,
agree. No Suyo.
Yeah.
now it's one game.
One more game.
It's one game for
Best
both
of one.
teams. This is for both teams. The Huns need to get one good draft, and then it will make it through. Same as Alpha7. So this is one of those situations where you can't overthink it. I feel like your worst opponent in the upcoming match is you. Sometimes just let your brain understand that the simplest thing is the correct thing.
Yeah.
They have a name for that theory. What was it called again?
What was it called again?
It's like Amis something.
Amnesia?
No. I'll look it up.
Okay.
It's something I learned in philosophy where sometimes the simplest answer is usually the correct one.
I like that, you know, and I think the simple answer was the correct one for A7 this time around. And the Huns, they kind of took a page from the wrong book. They took a page from A7 Game 1.
Wow.
You sound a lot different there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
My name is LaFell. What's up, bro?
No, Brick.
Rafael. Oh.
Anyways, so
Yep.
right now is really on the Huns, because the Huns so far, they are strong, but they can get a bit over themselves, right?
Yeah. So does the don't overthink and just simplify things apply to them too?
Yes, it does. You know what's simple? A break. We're going for a break, giving time for the teams to think about it. And when we return, we're going to see who gets eliminated and who goes through. Right into interview. Oh, yeah, we have a one-to-one interview here. Looks like Eterna is there. Don't recognize who she's with. So let's go over to Eterna to see what's going on.
Thank you so much, LaFell. We're not going on a break just yet because we do have an interview with Bright. So maybe, LaFell, you can, say hi to Bright later on, because Bright is the substitute for the Huns right now. So it's a one-to-one. Things are getting even more intense considering this is an elimination match. So how is the team doing right now? How are the players doing right now?
They're trying to bring the heat up and trying to win the best of series and something.
Okay, so they're trying their best. They're extra focused, extra on edge right now. But are they in good spirits? Are they happy? Do they look nervous? Are they stressed out maybe?
Losing a game can be make them a bit nervous, but I think they're kind of work these things out. Yeah.
Okay, so he's sure that they're going to be able to work things out. But who usually is in charge of working things out? Is there a particular player that is usually, used to lifting the spirits up of the rest of the team?
I mean, everyone has their own types of like bringing the heat up and something like that. And usually Bankai does it. Yeah.
Oh, Bankai. What does Bankai usually do?
Let's win this all. Something. Yeah, he says something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so he's extra motivational for the team. So Bankai, we have our eyes on you for this next upcoming game because it's going to be the decider game. What do you think went wrong in game number 2?
I mean, kind of miscoms. Yeah, they shouldn't have taken that. Like some wars, and they forced the war and they lose. And they should do like to play the way they played. Yeah.
Okay, so there were some missed decision makings in the game, and they're gonna have to reset coming to game number 3. And speaking of, again, elimination match, everything is on the line right now. Do you have a message to your teammates come game 3?
Yeah, go win this.
Go win this. Short and simple and sweet. And there you have it, Bright here from the Huns. As we're going to throw it over back to our casters to break things down. Is it going to be A7 or is it going to be the Huns winning it all?
In less than 1 minute, we're about to jump into the draft here. So we heard that, okay, Bankai gives motivation to the team and etc. And we also heard that, they shouldn't have forced certain fights. And I think we all know it's against Nats. Like, I feel like even he was like, okay, bro, you do once, all right, that's cool. But going up to 3 times, like, a bit too much.
Because even the other one was just like him not having the petrify and dancing around the turret.
And
but
he still won.
He still won. He got a pick off.
It's like, nah, I'd win. Give the Yuzong a Gojo skin.
How many 2v1s did he take there and won?
Eventually, he just evolved into 4v1s.
Yeah, and he didn't die even when he dove the turret, even though we thought it was going to be shut down. Yeah. He's got that pod armor, bro.
If the Claude had the orange buff, that bird might have killed him, but he didn't. Oh wells. But now, going into this one, I feel like both teams have shown utility junglers are kind of meta right now. They're kind of very, very strong in the sense that you can force fights and then your opponents may or may not be able to respond. And if the Claude is a counter towards the Eve, just make sure the Claude doesn't do anything, and then you're all good.
That's true.
The Eve is pretty happy.
Yep.
Hey, if the trio mid just stomps, the Claude can't do anything, man.
Yeah, I think that's very evident in what we saw for game number 2, which is why they felt very decisive in picking that hero despite the presence of that claw. But moving on to game 3, and based on what we've observed, at least in the series, I wonder, are they really, or will they learn and stick to just the utility matchups for now, because apart from the Akai ban, the Fredrins, the Guineveres, at least for first phase, have been kept open.
Yeah.
But when you leave them for second phase, that's where it becomes very limiting in a sense, and then they are sort of forced to pick up the likes of the Suyo, I guess.
I feel like if you want to go damage junglers, maybe it would be better if both are going damage junglers, because the problem is if you win the jungle somehow early game, it just snowballs out of control. And one of the mechanics that they changed that made this possible is that they added more retreat damage the higher level you are compared to before. So before this, if you're like down by 1 or 2 levels, maybe you can contest. No, honestly, no.
Yeah. So it's really, I think, the Baksha Akai.
Yeah, the Bakai.
The Bakai.
The Bakai.
Some even say Baki.
Baki Hanma?
Baki Hanma. Speaking of, Huns is going to be the first pick here. Alpha7 will be the second one. And then Expanding Rivers will be the map. Povius as well as Marcel. Quick bans here. And then for Alpha7, still banning out the Boxia as well as the Hirara.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Though it is red side that they're on right now, and the Huns can just go and first pick Atlas, right?
Yep.
I think one of the main
Or
win
Freya.
conditions now. Oh, that's true. Now, which one do you prioritize?
Atlas
I think
ban.
No, they banned the
now
Atlas.
they want the Freya first pick with nothing to give back. Nice.
Or they force A7 to ban out the Zushin or Freya, and they get either or. So A7 may open
Freya
both.
ban.
No, Freya ban. So this should be either Zushin or Paquito, but I feel like Zushin is the answer.
yeah, first Juicin game, I think in CGBS? It's always been banned, no?
I think we had one game, but I could be wrong. I'm getting old, right? So Zushin for pick here. For Alpha7, eventually they might pick up the Eve again. Do they just want to get the Fredrin or the Akai early on?
Yeah, or... Because I was also thinking of the Claude, but the Yisun Shin...
Yep, Fredrin.
Okay, they're not gonna go for anything similar to the previous drafts. What's been working this series is what they'll be sticking with. Fredrin Prio.
I feel like the Huns, they want to consider picking up the Arlet, but once you pick the Arlet, you know that Red 3 is going to be Alice. And then that's going to be difficult.
Okay. So, do you go for the Claude again
Akai
against
Claude.
the Eve?
I would say
the
Akai Claude.
Yeah. Could also be the Guinevere if you want to go against the Fredrin, win out those neutral objective battles. So, Claude Gwyn, also an option.
Yep.
Either way...
There you go. That's the Gwyn.
I think it's
Oh, they take the Yuzong away. Now, what wins against Yuzong?
For me, nothing really, because I feel like Yuzong,
You just match it, yeah.
except for tanks, is just a skill matchup.
You know, I'm thinking Paquito, bro. I'm thinking early on, just get some poke down. But yeah, even then, Yuzong can still beat him up.
Yeah. And the Guinevere...
Maybe we should ask Sanford
terrifying.
what is good against Yuzong.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Can you text him?
Yep.
Do you think he's up right
I
now?
think you can. I think you can. Mirko.
Who's you? No. Okay, I'll text Sanford. You text Binuya.
Okay. Oh!
The Arlet.
Oh, that is crazy.
That is very
Whoa.
crazy.
That's like the one hero you
Yeah.
don't go against Yuzong. I think Binuya would agree.
Yeah, because, well, maybe he's like, I mean,
Okay,
depends.
you know
right?
what?
It depends. Depends on the pilot. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, on paper, it's easy for the Yuzong to apply the shot essence on this Arlet, and without the minions, Arlet can't really dash away from the Yuzong, so he's just gonna stick to him like a best friend or a debt collector.
Oh, at least we see the hero synergies this time for A7. But like, even if you look at the Guinevere, there's just a Violet Requiem to keep yourself immune. There's a Crimson Beacon from the Juicin just to get out. And if the Yuzhong goes first with the Petrify plays too, then that's just gonna be tough. It's like a matter of who goes first.
You know what's tough?
What?
They don't know what Shark hero to ban. Because that guy's hero pool is huge. I would just default to like a Matilda plus something. But, you know, we've seen the Kaja. The Cho is still there. It's crazy, man.
Seeing the CC immunity that the Guinevere has, I think they might have to ban the Kaja, dude. It's one of the Shark things that he can pull off. Shark heroes. They're taking their time. They're really thinking about this ban.
Oh wow, they banned the Balearic themselves. I thought they'd consider that too, considering the amount of dive that you're already starting to see for A7.
It's just so difficult, man. Like, going up against a guy like, who's he good at? And it's like, everything?
Yeah. Except maybe don't put him on a Hylos.
3, 4, 5,
Because he's so good, you don't want him on like those heroes.
Yeah, but Hylos with the Fredrin, Arlet, and Eve.
not bad.
The Hylos is pretty good here for Alpha 7.
I still want him on something like a Cho over that.
Well, the Kalia is still open, but
That's true.
I
Not
mean,
bad.
Yeah.
like I said, there shouldn't be a bad roam hero for Alpha7. They already have a very solid setup plus payoff with their draft.
Yeah, I guess it's just more on what would seem to be either make their draft more proactive or not. Because among the roamers that are still available, like if they go really setup type or Cho, then that's when you would really expect them to be proactive. But the safer route seems to be the likes of the high loss, as you've mentioned.
That's true. And they banned the glue for it too, right? So I don't know if this is too crazy, but maybe they just want to win out mid-prio with a Khalid.
Yeah,
But they go for the carry first.
The only bad roam option they could probably get is maybe even a Bellman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Carry, though, makes me believe that it's going to be a Kaja.
Yeah. Any cash hero, really. Any cash hero.
Hey,
Okay.
first Shark Franco?
Oh!
I don't know. No, it's a bit too crazy.
Because let's be real. Like, Cho has a lot of crowd control, and I'm pretty sure that's something that Nats would not complain.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want more crowd control? I'm okay with that.
Yup.
Oh, they get the Khalid for themselves.
Nice. Khalid pick for the Huns. They want mid-prio. What is the reaction to this? Is it the Kaja with the carry? It's
Cho.
Cho. I like it. I like it. I really like it.
Cho carry.
I gotta say, this is so far the best pick and bans that both teams have really showed throughout the game. But the best thing about Alpha7, this is really their style. And for the Huns, we'll see whether this Yu Zong is a ego pick and showing that I'm good on the Yu Zong as well, or just a deny because they don't want to go through that again. So, Mercury and Brigida, this is going to be the final game between both these teams. One will be eliminated and one will be playing in the grand finals.
I think it goes both ways, man. This Arlet pick is also certainly kind of an ego check. Nats is like, dude, I'm better. It's okay. Counter matchup, who needs that?
Yeah, but I think this is the epitome of saying comfort over whatever matchup or meta is right in front of you.
Yeah.
At least in this Game 3 draft for both of these teams, which just goes to show how willing they are to risk it, especially considering what's at stake because it's tournament life and the grand finals in the wild card, the decider stage that they're fighting for as we head into game number 3. Huns and
Oh, really good poke at the start of the game onto the gold lane as well. This is going to be bad for Yuki. Really good for Zia, who's already on the winning matchup.
he just wanted to help. He just wanted to help, but Shark was there, I guess also learning from what OU has done against them. Game number 2 sort of wanted to replicate even just a bit of that. But it's Yuki who really took the damage after that. So you could expect Zia to just have a much more comfortable time as we're already seeing right now in the top lane.
You gotta remember, Zia hasn't used regen. Yuki has already used regen, so this is a massive HP advantage that Zia is gonna have.
Yeah, the wave management is just going to be much easier for them. But on the other side, I think we already talked about this. The Arlot used... Oh my goodness, hold on.
Yeah, that's about as expected for a man who's used regen early.
Okay, at least OU was there. So Zia can't just really push forward and do what he wants. Oh, that's a flicker.
Massive. Purify though. Purify for Flicker. I think it's a bit more worth it for A7.
Yep. Flicker will take longer, definitely. But we're seeing Bankai, as expected, just also really somehow get the advantage in the lane. So it's a bit different for both Gold and EXP. But I guess in terms of the first hurdle, we'd have to keep an eye out for the Huns. This is a Yu Zhong, so you technically know how things are supposed to go whenever you do have the Yu Zhong on your side on first hurdle.
Yeah. You can already see that advantage play through the XP lane. Nats a level down on Bankai. Still meta wants to keep it that way. We'll try to go for this prio. I really think they should just be going on the turtle right now with a mid prio too.
Yeah, still meta too, just being there and the threat of the spatial migration. You never know when it's going to come. Colbert trying to position. Let's see how they go.
Dragon. Shark coming down into the back line. Black Dragon form already in the midst of it all. Petrify on 2. Nat's going to go in as well. That's going to be the pure CC with the Vengeance resets constantly. Furious dive. Final slash coming in from Nats. Kenny, no flicker. You got to remember that. Now it's in the midst of it all. Bankai is able to survive for so long. And in the end, it's a win for the Huns. 3 kills over to 1. And the neutral objective.
That fight took a bit too long. And the Huns seemed the much more comfortable team to take that.
Oi.
Still meta!
They want to go on Cold World. OU with the Khalid. Shark G Kundo lands on OU. No way the Dragon, so he can't kick him back. And now it's just such a good early game for the Huns.
You would have thought that it's really a good opportunity for A7 to take on that fight earlier, though. Nats was able to bring even Kenny under the real-world manipulation, but I think before Bankai went down, he was already able to sustain so much and take so much of A7 and their attention. They barely had the means to really at least answer the sustain that the early game Yuzhong already has, but they still decided to fight it anyway. Even if it seemed like it was on their terms because of the real world, it actually wasn't. The Huns were just really using Bankai to tank it all, and everything else just followed.
Yeah, maybe the Arlet pick into the Yuzong into fighting Turtle 1 was very greedy of him, but again, we'll see. He's still spamming the RSG emote. He's still in that zone, that Raider zone. Huns are looking great, though. This is the start they needed to try to seal the deal, to send A7 home and to secure their grand final spot. Hold on.
Ooh, they don't know still meta.
Reset, final slash coming down as well. Spatial migration! Still meta waiting in the bush. The Petrify comes around. And now it's back to you, Bankai, with the DOT on BP.
The Yuzhong's just really doing such a good job in the series. Shark gets knocked up, but at least is gonna be safe under the turret. Still, though, that's best player 1 second death already in this game. Same for Nats. They're the duo that's supposed to work and coordinate, but Huns are just shutting them down.
It's a complete shutdown. These are the two that you'd expect to be those guys that come in clutch. Still meta a whole 2 levels ahead. Final slash coming down. Kenny will go for the Crimson Beacon on Zia. Now gets shredded down, but Raging Sandstorm! Bankai in the back with the Furious Dive. Shark with the way the Dragon and the Flicker combo, but it's only onto OU. It's still meta. Walks back up. That's the pull into the Violent Requiem. Big bonk, but it only lands on the clone.
This is gonna be a turret over to the Huns and potentially even an orange buff. Multiple resources already taken away from A7. PP1 had no other choice. He just had to walk to his purple buff because that's where the others, or everyone was just grouping up on their side. After what's happened in the EXP lane, I don't think A7 can really play as aggressively anymore.
No.
Even though they have so much layers to work with in terms of their heroes, I think they gotta calm down.
They have to scale, but even if they scale, Huns have a crazy mid-game power spike that's just gonna hit. Part 2. Jeet Kundo on Bankai, way the Dragon as well, but Bankai got away with a Furious Dive, and that's the conceal down. OU with his own conceal, the rest of the team corralling down bot. They want to get this turret.
Yeah, and Yuki, on the other hand, is just getting more and more gold. He's been farming up, even taking mid lane, and we haven't really seen him take part of the fights just yet, which is terrifying. I think this is a different scenario for the Eve. If earlier the Claude wasn't really able to do anything, it's different now. Cold World will have a much tougher time as the Eve in this game, not to mention what the other members will have to go through, because their matchups, their lane matchups are looking really well farmed up.
I think it's too much to handle. There's a bounty on OU, I guess, so there's maybe some potential on A7 yet with a Yve and a carry. They can still scale up. It's just Yuki is 2 levels ahead of Zia. If you look at the items, I think he might be already like 1.5k ahead of Zia.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That spells trouble. Oh
1K.
god, yeah, 1k, just 1k. He's gonna have that. Whoa, second item, corrosion. No, okay, so he just goes for, all right.
I think it hurts the most when you look at the EXP lane.
Yeah.
That's
Dang, that's a 2,000 gold lead almost.
almost twice.
It's to be expected though, with the Arlet into the Yuzong. It's
Yep.
the only pick from A7 that we question in the draft. And it is very questionable now.
Yeah, there seemed to be like an intention from A7 to help him a bit too, but even then, like, you can't really take out the Yuzhong. There's no way you could actually just take him down if it's Nats and best player 1 just outside, not even under their own turrets with this amount of lead that they already have. And the fact that they're almost never able to check still meta. Like, where does still meta come from? I don't think that's something they've been able to take into account. Hold on, not accept.
Hard.
That was almost though.
Almost signs of life. Whoa. The Dragon comes around as well. Huns gotta keep it calm, you know, if they be using these resources. As Crimson Beacon, Shark lifted up, thrown back, but there's not going to be any more coming out. Just a tier 2 in the bottom lane. Huns still with a 6.9k, 7k gold lead and a winner crown for still meta.
Yeah. There could be more plays incoming right now for the Huns against A7. A7 are now just forced to group together. The resources, it's tough. You'd really have to split them up.
Oh,
No,
that's an SP.
too.
That's an SP. A7, gotta be extra careful now. It's a 7,000 gold lead and a Sky Piercer on Jusin.
Yeah, because even for the previous engages, it does seem like Shark has been trying to find a pickoff. He's been trying to find the targets. I think even once he's been trying to land that on Bankai.
Yep.
But the question remains, is the damage already enough? Is the pickoff game plan enough for A7 at this point? Because it feels like they might want to use it a bit more defensively considering the amount of lead pressure that the Huns can do. This is no joke. This is approaching 8k already. And A7 have just been holding on to their mid lane.
Yep. They got the bottom wave too. It's already really good. And A7 are forced to turtle in their own base. The Huns will take this for free. Let's see what they can do with this Lord. If they get a base turret out of this is going to be massive. If they get a fight, a winning one, it's over for A7 and their dreams to qualify through Wildcard. Yuki, a BMI back, almost getting a tier 2. Still meta will still just be on this Lord. He'll take it for free. A7, no trades on the map.
Yeah. As much as it seemed like a proactive lineup,
Whoa.
it seems they're forced to play a bit passive now.
Nats just got thrown back with the Crimson Beacon. Still meta's looking for the angle to go for spatial migration. Mid lane turret falling down in the hands of Yuki.
This is starting to become really, really tense for A7.
No dragon though.
They know that there won't be the Black Dragon form, but there's a Lord. There's a Lord that's marching down bottom with the Huns clearing out the outer turrets even before it eventually arrives. Imagine that just 10 minutes into this game. And the real world too.
Yeah, I think Nats wanted to make a call, like maybe final slash flicker, but he said nah, but Cold World already thought he was gonna flicker in, so he just popped the RWM, and now that was our 2 resources from A7 that are down. Luckily, there's no dragon. If there was a dragon, this would be a base turret for sure.
Yep. Would have been different.
The dragon's up now. Oh god, it's gonna be a turret, I think.
It's back. Now they're just going for the zone. They're trying to take down this mid-base turret, but A7 are holding on. Energy Eruption and Final Slash!
What a Final Slash into the back. Shark goes in as well, but he's gonna get all the damage. Petrified to pick up with the Furious Dive and the Crimson Beacon out from Kenny. Spatial Migration over in the back. That's gonna be the kite back from Sia, but it gets taken out, and Nats will fall as well. The Huns, they got the base turret, they got the fight. Cold World defends just for a bit. The Spatial Migration lands, and they go all in on Cold World, but he's able to get into the base in time. Another wave up top. Shark is gonna be up. Can the Huns end it here?
They still have turrets in mid and bot, and I think that keeps them alive for a bit more. It took some time for the next wave up top to arrive, and with Shark back in the game alongside BP1, the Huns will still need a bit more time if they really want to put an end to this game, but it's looking very close. It's a 12k gold lead already. It seems to be coming very, very soon. This was I would say a really good attempt from A7 if only they had the damage.
It would have been maybe a comeback angle if they had the RWM, and that's why the big question is, why fight? It was already super good. The fact that they didn't lose the base turret in mid, but they decided to fight. Cold World didn't have the RWM up earlier, and that's why they couldn't make it happen. I saw the vision. Just, you gotta take into account the cooldowns.
Yeah, and the Black Dragon form was up too. So that happened all the while Bankai was already flying around and eventually got down with this enhanced form.
Oh, they're not even waiting for the Lord.
They're gonna keep it safe. A7 still holding on to just 2 turrets, and if you take a look at the lead, it's almost double in the EXP. That's a lot of catching up to do. Nats only has a War Axe and a Chastis Pauldron.
That is brutal. A 3.2k gold lead for Bankai in this matchup. Folks, if you're watching at home, the Arlet into the Yuzal, maybe you don't pick it in your games as well, man. It's just very hard to make work It's another Lord over for free. 12-1. 12,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
It's looking like the beginning of the end right now for A7.
Yeah, and what's more devastating is that you know this is just not the type of gameplay you would expect to see from Nath. It feels like he's restricted by the limitations of his own matchup, of his hero, and now they're at the point where it's almost impossible to just get back from, not unless a major mistake comes in from the Huns. But who can afford to make mistakes? Like, there are just so much more entries that you could expect from them. Still, meta doesn't find the right spatial migration. You could still rely on Bankai. You could still rely on Oyu. I don't think a fight has ever started with the Raging Sandstorm even, but they're still able to make things happen on top of the fact that Yuki just picked up his Wind of Nature.
Black Dragon form already. Base turn to the bottom lane, gonna fall with a mid turret as well. It's gonna be dive to the back. Zia doing a good job. Oh, he gets covered to Petrify, has to Purify out. Raging Sandstorm in the back line, and Zia goes in with the Blazing Duet, comes over. They're gonna go for the base right now as the RWM gets used up, but the Lord is still very much healthy. And the Huns will just take, wait! It's just the base that they target. It's all over for A7. The Huns move to the grand finals of the wild card.
The Huns shall keep the Mongolian MLBB dreams alive in the